Welcome to our presentation on artificial intelligence. We will be exploring autonomous cars, deep dream, artificially intelligent computers, and artificially intelligent robots.
Self-driving cars are slowly becoming the future. Tesla recently released an autopilot feature available to consumers, and Google is testing fully automated cars on the roads as we speak. The Google's self-driving car relies on multiple sensors on each side of the car and a large 360-degree rotating camera on top of the car in order to see the objects all around it. It can see a radius of 200 yards, which is the same length of 2 football fields. The artificial intelligence can recognize objects on the road and categorize it in different shapes, whether it's a bicycle, a sign, children, or a large truck. The AI of the car is designed to react to situations and drive like a human being would. The car can even tell when a human wishes to cross the road, regardless if they are jaywalking or at a crosswalk, through a pedestrian's body language. Another example, the car automatically moves a safe distance away from the large obstacles such as a truck. If a cyclist on the road is making a hand signal, the AI will recognize the hand signal and allow the cyclist to proceed. Self-driving cars provide many benefits, such as not needing to have a license or even meet the physical standards of driving. So people who have poor eyesight or have disabilities such as blindness would be able to travel around easier and on their own. They also provide multitasking capabilities like sleeping and waking up at your destination. Self-driving cars are estimated to improve the overall safety of the roads. Google releases a monthly crash report for their self-driving cars. In 6 years of Google's testing, there were only 16 accidents, all of which were minor. All of the incidents were also due to human error, with most of them being the Google car being rear-ended. However, self-driving cars are estimated to disrupt many industries, such as insurance companies, mechanics, taxis, public transportation services, delivery services, traffic flow management such as traffic police, the military, and even the maintenance of stoplights. Although the aim of Google is to make the car available to consumers by 2018, due to legislation, it may take longer than 5 years to make it available to the public. To allow self-driving cars on the road, legislation would need to be passed individually, state to state, and country to country. Although self-driving cars may improve the convenience of our lives, what about the jobs that keep a lot of people employed? Maybe the only people left to be employed are people who program the AI to recognize patterns and shapes on the road.
Pattern recognition is an integral part of the human mind, and we are able to recognize many different kinds of patterns. A simple measurement of intelligence is the maximum amount of patterns an intelligence can remember. Once IBM could build machines that could remember as many chess patterns as a grandmaster, the machine became smarter than the human at chess. We've come a long ways since the days of Deep Blue, which in 1997 defeated chess world champion Garry Kasparov 3-2, just a year after losing to Kasparov 4-2. Deep Blue was retired after defeating Kasparov, however IBM continued its artificial intelligence research, and in 2011 it unveiled Watson, a supercomputer specifically created to answer Jeopardy questions. It won its first Jeopardy competition against Brad Rutter and Ken Jennings by quite a significant margin, and the IBM team received the $1 million prize.
Watson?
Who is Mario Cuomo?
Correct.
One of the most interesting developments in the field of pattern recognition today is Google's Deep Dream, which is able to recognize what objects look like. If you ask the algorithm to create an original image of an object, this is what you get. This is interesting because it shows that machine brains are becoming closer to understanding what things actually are and what they are as a concept.
What is an artificially intelligent computer? Well, imagine your personal computer, be it laptop, phone, or tablet, and now imagine it with artificial intelligence. You could interface with your computer using your voice, instead of the keyboard, screen, trackpad, or mouse. It would almost be like your computer is just another person. Imagine it like the already existing Siri, Google Now, and Cortana, which can listen to your voice and reply with somewhat intelligent responses. Except the responses this time will be ultra-intelligent. So where are we at with this kind of artificial intelligence today? Well, computer scientists and biologists at Tufts University created an AI that actually developed its own scientific theory. A species called planaria are able to regenerate body parts, but scientists haven't been able to figure out how. After 3 days of trial and error, the AI discovered that the process required 3 known molecules and 2 proteins that were previously unknown. Then we have IBM's Watson, which is probably the smartest AI we currently have. As Craig mentioned, Watson was actually capable of playing a game of Jeopardy in which it crushed its human competitors with its superiority.
Watson! What is purple? Correct!
You can actually use the computational power of Watson yourself to analyze data and ask Watson to make predictions about it for you. According to IBM, the goal is to have computers start to interact in natural human terms across a range of applications and processes, understanding the questions that humans ask and providing answers that humans can understand and justify. I can imagine a future in which all of us have our own personal Watson.
The render is complete.
Awesome. Great new project for you.
Humans have an innate thirst for knowledge, which fuels our learning as we constantly try to better understand the world we live in. But what happens when AI like Watson is in our phone? We will be able to offload lots of the search for knowledge onto our personal AI assistant. We are already doing this today with things like Siri to make calculations for us and give us directions to places. The degree to which we rely on AI in the future will only be amplified as AI gets smarter. The future of AI in our computers is bright and fast upon us, but it's important to keep a critical mind and explore all the implications that AI will have on our lives. In a video by ASAP Science about humans in 1,000 years, it states, scientists predict that within the next few decades, computers will reach the computational speed of the human brain, which means that talking to our phones and computers will be just like talking to another human being.
Artificially intelligent robots have been a staple in science fiction for decades, and while we're far from having widespread robotic AI, intelligent robots could play a prominent role in the future. An artificially intelligent robot is one that can think, learn, and act independently with a degree of intelligence. Imagine an AI like Watson that had a physical platform it could use to interact with us. The challenges to creating truly intelligent machines are numerous, some of which include the mobility of the robot as well as developing an AI sophisticated enough to learn, assess, and react to its environment in real time. Most of the robotic AI today is still being researched and developed given the difficulties involved. Researchers at Tufts University are currently developing a robot that, when given a command, can reason with itself whether or not the task should be carried out. The robot does not simply refuse to carry out the command, but offers a reason as to why it should not.
Walk forward.
Sorry, I cannot do that as there is no support ahead.
Some factors that could lead to refusal would be the robot's inability to perform a task, or an action that could endanger the robot or a human being. The researchers say they hope the ability to make such judgments could lead to creating robots that behave ethically. Safety is another issue that is of paramount importance. Researchers at the IFF Institute in Germany are currently conducting tests that involve volunteers who are punched by a mechanical arm at different levels of force. By measuring a safe impact threshold, the researchers hope to be able to teach future machines the maximum level of force to use if it senses a nearby human. Should an accident occur, then enact safety protocols to mitigate any injury to their human counterparts. This information can also be used to create robots that cannot exceed the force required to seriously harm any human they may have to work with. In the future, the possible applications for robotics are countless. Robots that look after our homes, children, care for the sick and the elderly, work in hospitals, perform manual work in factories, garbage collection, farming. There are very few industries that would not be able to integrate intelligent machines. However, if robots did become so prominent, it would also raise many questions. Who controls the robots? Who is responsible if a robot injures someone? Would robots take jobs away from people? Is it responsible to rely on robots for everyday tasks? Will robots end up controlling us instead of the other way around? These are just a few considerations we as a society would have to look at if we wanted to incorporate robotic AI into our daily lives.
Artificial intelligence has come a long way. Just look at me, for example. Pattern recognition has given computers a greater ability to think, and this has fueled many projects such as self-driving cars and computers that can play Jeopardy! In the future, we may even create robots with artificial intelligence to perform various tasks for us. Potential dangers could arise as we hurtle towards a future with smarter artificial intelligence. There are ethical questions to answer, and safeguards to put in place. But one thing is for sure, artificial intelligence is going to change the way we do almost everything.